Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a short video, but informative video for maybe some people that don't do this themselves. But we are going to be replacing the cabin air filter and the engine air filter in the 5th gen Ram. So stick with me and I'll see you on the outside. Alright, so this is where your engine air filter goes. As you can see, if you look down here, there's a 10mm screw. So we have to undo all those screws first to pop this lid off. Alright, so once all the screws are off here, you can move this up. We'll try to do it one-handed here. And you can see we have our filter in here. This is the top side, so it's pretty clean. But if we look under here, there's lots of bugs and debris, leaves, and everything. So I'm going to take this out and maybe vacuum out the inside. So that would be your next step. Alright guys, so once you've cleaned out the inside of here as best as possible, I wiped it all down. You just pop in your new one. Make sure it's seated inside in this lip along here. This isn't sticking up over top where it's all cockeyed. So it's all sitting in the groove flush all the way around. You're just going to put this back over top, line up the holes, and put back in the screws. Alright, screws are all in. That job is complete. So there is a bunch of other different kinds of air filters on the market. If you guys are replacing it with the Fram one, which is available in most stores, that is the code for it. Eventually what I'm going to do is replace this with a cleanable one. These things run about 30 bucks each, but you can get a cleanable air filter. And they're just basically reusable. You hose them out, dry them off, and they're just a little bit more robust than these disposable versions. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this in the future. I might install an aftermarket air intake that has either oiled or non-oiled filters that go in it, but there's lots of different options, lots of different videos on YouTube to look at in terms of all this stuff. So if you need it, that is the number. Alright guys, so now that we finished with the engine air filter, we are going to be moving on to the cabin air filter. So the cabin air filter is located behind the glove box. So what you're going to do is empty out your glove box, open it up. There is a tensioner line right here. So you are going to have to slide this forward to release the tensioner line, and this thing will drop down further, which will give you access to that little trap door that's back there. You can see it right there, and that is where your filter is located. Okay, so you're definitely going to need two hands to do this, but once you release the tensioner string that's right here, you can see that there's a slit in the back of the glove box, and that is so you can push this in to disengage the door stop. And once that is done, you can pull it forward a little bit out of this hinge, and then this whole thing slides out sideways, and it just goes back in the same way. Clip it in here, push the side back in, and push it in behind the stop. Okay, so right here you can see that is the stop that this part engages with. So it's just the reverse order. There's your tensioning string right here, and our little door that we're trying to get to is in here. So next step is we remove this door and replace the filter. So to disengage the cover, there's finger tabs right here, and you push in on each side of those to disengage. Alright, so once that faceplate's out, you can pull this out, and you can see how dirty it is. So we'll get that replaced. Make sure that you follow the direction of airflow on these things. It is also marked on the faceplate. So make sure when you put in the new filter that the airflow arrow is pointed in the proper direction. Okay, so once the new air filter is in with the airflow in the proper direction, we are going to replace the faceplate. Okay, so once you line back all up the tabs and you get this in, it's just loose. So you need to take the tensioner, which is right here, and you need to put it back into that hole, which is right there. Slide it forward. And that is what makes it open slowly. So once you've completed that, you can re-put any things that you had back in here, and you are finished. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video on changing the air filters in 5th Gen RAM. If you want, like and comment below. It would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully I'll make another video soon on changing the fuel filters for 5th Gen RAMs. There's 2 of them. But yeah, that's an upcoming video. See you next time.